My name is Tim Charbel, and I'm a recent hire for the Global Institute of Food Security, and I'm heading the Seed Developmental Biology program. The Global Institute of Food Security is here to develop novel technologies for ensuring food security through agricultural practices. And the conference will bring together some of the top researchers in the world to discuss where we should be going with some of these technologies. We have to feed a whole lot more people in the next 50 years, or even less. And presently, there are no real ways of doing it. So population has grown like this. Our projections for food increases based upon methods available today is like this. So there's a gap. And it's considering the implications of limited resources in the world, and considering the importance of feeding people and feeding young people and getting their brains to develop properly and so on. I can't think of too many more important things than this. Humanity doesn't know how to feed itself, considering the population explosion, and we really need to figure this out soon. In Canada, it doesn't get much better than Saskatoon. So there's a long history of research in crop plants being done here. There's a lot of, so industry is here. There's a lot of place to grow plants and so on. So it's one of the best places in the world to be talking about the future of agriculture. The problem we're faced with is not, it's not optimal, but it's a problem we human beings have created, right? And we don't have a choice to, we don't have the luxury of time to say, okay, let's, go completely non-GMO, and let's, the reality is that, there's a population explosion. We're destroying our environment. Agricultural practices, a lot of them are simply not sustainable. We're losing biodiversity. And so we have to find a quick fix, right? Clearly there should be a discussion about long-term fixes and making things as optimal as possible. But on the other hand, if we don't come up with a quick fix, a relatively quick fix, then all of these problems we're facing are essentially useless to talk about, because we'll be faced with other problems, and global conflict is one of those, and it's a very serious problem, right? So people are going to be, everyone says that we're going to be fighting over resources, right? And that's, you can already see that for sure. I think scientists and activists and politicians and the public, really, and young minds. I think there should be a lot of young people there, because those are the, undergraduate students, for example, these are the young minds who in 5 or 10 years are going to be the next round of researchers who will be dealing with some of these things. And so if we have a lot of young people there, then we can encourage those people to devote themselves to this task, right? It's a very important one. Together, we're trying to improve agriculture and feed the world, right? So together as a group, we should have as much communication as possible. So the Emerging Technologies for Global Food Security conference will be held at the Delta Bessborough Hotel in June 2016 in Saskatoon. In the end, we're on one single planet, and we got to share it all, so it's the optimal way of looking at everything.